1,255 COVID-positive patients are now isolating at home in Auckland, and there are growing concerns about the level of healthcare they're receiving. Health Minister Andrew Little reiterated today the home isolation program was only intended to deal with 120 cases a day and has struggled to keep up. And again today, that mark was surpassed with 185 cases, 152 in Auckland, 25 in Waikato and 8 in Northland. Investigations reporter Michael Morrah has more.
Dr Api Talemaitoga is a busy South Auckland GP. He knows his patients and their needs, but says the home isolation program is falling short because we're putting it together as we go along.
The fact that we're building this plane as we fly it, and there's a lot of pieces that need to come together for it to work well.
Key to that, he says, is the involvement and funding of GPs. He says the workforce is willing to help.
That logistics hasn't happened, or we haven't been involved in developing that.
Already there have been 3 deaths of people with COVID isolating at home.
There's real risk of derailing this whole community care. If we have more deaths, people get more fearful.
We first met Ryan Kersten at the weekend. His family of 6 have COVID and weren't happy with the support they'd received and still aren't.
It's pretty frustrating, and the records of my son, one of my sons, is completely gone missing. They don't have a record of him.
He worries about other, more vulnerable families. He and his family waited more than a week for a pulse oximeter.
Day 8, so, you know, because they had been asking for the readings, obviously, through the week, and I didn't know what they were talking about.
And yesterday, Minister Andrew Little was upfront about the problems.
The system wasn't ready for the rapid escalation in the number of daily cases.
And again today.
The systems that have been in place have struggled to keep up with the rapid escalation in daily case numbers.
Although today his colleague Chris Hipkins, who doesn't oversee home isolation, put a different spin on things.
I don't necessarily accept that. It's certainly put them under pressure, and there's no question about that.
The government is a complete shambles. You've got the Minister of Health criticising his own ministry, the Director General of Health saying things are working well, and the COVID Minister stuck in the middle who won't make a call either way.
He says the surge in cases and demand on home isolation was predictable.
They should have been ready for it. It's not new news to people who've been watching what's happened overseas.
2,835 people are isolating at home, including more than 1,200 that have the virus. Numbers that'll only increase in the coming days.
Michael joins us now. Kia ora, Michael. The Health Ministry added another death to the official COVID figures today.
Yes, that's right. Robert Hart was shot and killed outside this house in New Lynn last week. He was a father of 2, and since his death, it's been confirmed that he had COVID-19. Now, the ministry, because he had the virus, they add it to their official death toll, but that may well end up being taken off later in the piece. Now, the police are still investigating what they are calling his murder, and they are seeking Dylan James Mitchell Harris, who is 35. Now, police say they want information about this guy, but that he is dangerous, he is well connected with gangs across the North Island and should not be approached.
Mike, thank you.